Hello everyone, it is Megan Wisner Quinlan and I am here. I am so excited. I'm here to share with you this month's stencil set, which I got to design, and I had so much fun designing this. It was just like immediately I knew what I wanted to do, and I love it so much. So I'm just going to share some of the fun things that you can do with it. So it is comprised of 2 of the 9x12 stencils, which are so big, which leave you a lot of options. And the first one has a mask silhouette. So I have it behind some black paper so it stands out a little more. And some journaling lines right here. And then all kinds of just my favorite motifs, my favorite word, things like that that you can add to your journaling. And the second page is a set of kind of botanical shapes and some abstract circular shapes, more like ovals, and some kind of boxes. These shapes you can use in many different ways, but I always like to include inspirational quotes and that sort of thing. So I wanted to have something that could be a really cool kind of wonky box. So they're not perfect. I wanted them to look really hand rendered, so they're wonky. Which I like because that's how my journaling is. So, and there's just so many options with these sets. So I'm going to show you some of the exciting fun things I've been playing around with these. It's a lot. But one of the fun things that I like to do with a lot of the stencils right now is kind of play with watercolors. And one of the beautiful things about stencils is that if you have an image, you can flip it and get the opposite if you make multiple images. And it's, you know, one of my favorite things about stencils. You can't always do that with a stamp or something like that. So I love the idea of having opposing imagery. So I definitely knew I wanted to play with it that way. But, you know, what I did initially was just do lots and lots of watercolors on paper, like so, and cut everything out so that I can use it in my collage and mixed media work. And I just really played with different color combinations that I love, and doing some that are kind of messy. I doodled on some. I just really played around with all the different kinds of options. So, you know, some of them I want them a little more blurred, some of them are a little bit brighter. But there's many ways to play with them in watercolors. But as you can see, like I just kind of went crazy playing with all the different color combinations in watercolors. Like I just have so much because I just love them. And then that way, in the future, when I go to do some mixed media work, I'll have all these bits that I can add. So I'm going to be doing a video with a project with a lot of these things too. So I'll give you some more ideas there on how I kind of came up with the way those looked. And I also just played around with just doing some loose watercolors in the stencil on a page for backgrounds. They just make really cool backgrounds, and just doing it really light and messy with watercolors and sprays. So many different ways to play with these stencils. The other way that I designed it was, I like the format of a 9x12 because I will often work in 9x12 journals, And I like to do journaling with writing and thinking and thoughts and things that are on my mind. So that's why I also wanted to have this silhouette and some journaling lines next to her that would kind of suggest her thinking or my thinking. And so I did a monochromatic spread here, just playing with the stencils and just using them in that way. And, you know, in a spread like this, because you're doing black on black, you can really kind of layer and get some more tone on tone patterning. So I thought that would be fun too. So I'll probably be playing with these now that they're out and about in the public, and so I can share some of the things that I'm doing with them. But I just wanted to pop on and show you the two sets. I think there's going to be a lot of options with these, especially, you know, the texture here could look really great for gel prints, and that's why I also thought it would be fun to include a mask. So again, that's another option there too. But I think everybody's going to find a whole bunch of uses for these. So I wanted it to be a really a set where you could really maximize all the different images and use them for all different kinds of mixed media and journaling. And hopefully you will check out the project that I make with these later. But I'm just so excited to be included in this month's StencilGirl Club set. I'm just so excited. I've been a big fan. I've been getting them for a long time, so I hope you enjoy it.